that when you educate a girl, you educate 7 generations.
If you can strengthen a woman and give her the tools to really go out there and just make a difference, it actually will help other generations behind her. No does not mean no. It means not right now. If you do not ask, how are people going to know how to help you if you don't tell them that you need help? Hello, Kelly Flowers, and you're listening to Tech Legacies.
One of the goals of the Tech Legacies podcast is to highlight executives that give back to their community and nurture the next generation of tech professionals, as well as students and college students and high school students. And I can't think of a better person to talk about that than my upcoming guest, CEO of Women Leading Technology, Kelly Flowers. Kelly, welcome to the show.
Hey, Fanny. Thank you for having me.
It is my pleasure. I always feel like I'm talking to an old friend
because
when I sit down with you.
Because you are.
I love it.
I love it.
You are a master at building community. I watch you pull together all these different organizations, and you forming Women Leading Technology has been very influential in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and beyond. And I want to share with people the mission of Women Leading Technology. They are on a mission to give girls a permanent home to have hands-on experiences in STEAM education. And their goal is to build them a home in Southern Dallas, Northern Dallas, and Fort Worth. And they want girls to learn science, technology, engineering, arts, architecture, and math, hence the acronym STEAM. And they will also learn coding and gaming from industry leaders. And you've really built it up over the years, Kelly. And along the way, what has been the hardest lesson in building community? What's been the toughest?
So the toughest lesson is really building the right team, having the right people that have the same mission and goal as yourself. Because when you have a vision, remember the vision is what you see. And translating that to others sometimes can be a little difficult. But you have to make sure that the people that you bring on, their mission aligns with your vision. And so if you are a servant leader, you need to find servant leaders who are really looking to push your mission forward with you and to help you to realize your vision. So that's probably been one of the tougher things that I had to go through.
And that's similar to corporate, right?
It is.
Sometimes we hire with the best intentions.
That's right.
They do wonderfully during an interview.
That's right.
And then somehow it just doesn't work.
That's right. Yeah.
So how do you pivot and make corrections then?
So you make corrections along the way. So sometimes people will weed themselves out. So there's nothing you really have to do. They'll just do it themselves. And then you just constantly continue to be on a mission to find the right people. The one thing that I do, I'm a big prayer. I pray a lot, Fanny. And I ask God, I said, look, I write it down and I say, this is what I need from you. Father, I need this, that, and the other. And he delivers for me. And that's exactly what I do. I put it on paper, I pray about it and ask for it, and he delivers.
And something about saying things out loud.
Yes.
Right? It's like we put it up in the air.
That's right.
And then manifest it.
That's right. Because whatever is power in your words.
And now another key thing in your mission is this hands-on experience for your girls.
That's right.
Why that? Why hands-on experience?
Because you can be in a classroom and you can just learn, by seeing things, writing it down, but it's a totally different experience when you actually can have a tangible experience where you can actually feel something, where you can actually build it and see it come to life. When you see it from something that develops from the ground up, it's like almost like your baby. You're attached to it now. So you have to see it grow. You have to see it. You have to feel it. You have to, nurture it. And I just love the hands-on experience because it gives you a different perspective than what it does when you're doing something that's just written down or just listening to individuals speak to you about something. But when you actually are in the trenches, it just is a totally different experience.
And the perfect example is your latest architecture challenge for girls.
Yes, honey.
Please tell everyone about that.
Well, everyone, I love this experience. These girls are the most amazing young ladies ever. First of all, they're from pre-K through 12th grade. Pre-K through 12th grade.
Why pre-K?
Oh, I love that question.
They're young.
They are.
They're like 4 or 5.
They are. The reason why we start them so young, Fanny, is all about finding your passion early. Your passion leads you to your purpose, and your purpose is what you need to be doing in life, because guess what? You'll never work a day in your life because you're going to be doing something that you absolutely love. We waste so much time trying to figure that out.
Hearing that.
We waste so much time in our lives. Just think about how many days that people and years that people have wasted doing things that they don't even like, doing things that they don't even love because it brings in a paycheck. But at the end of the day, you're stressed out. You got high blood pressure. You're wondering why, you're feeling sluggish and all because you're doing something that you don't love and you're doing it every day, day in and day out. Time is not on our side. Yes. Figure it out early, and that's what we're here to do, to help the babies to figure it out early, so they can live in their past.
Oh, from young. Yes. And then what?
Oh my God. So when we get them, so back to the architecture program, please. I'm going to use that as an example. Yes. So the girls are learning everything it is to be an architect. So we have a lead architect, shout out to Kim Nickerson. We have a lead architect, and what we do is, and thank you to Techie Factory, who has been there to help us with the software piece as well. So basically the girls are learning everything it is to be an architect. They do everything from sketching. There's art in sketching. You have to, that's the fundamental that you never need to lose, is sketching. So they have to sketch. They have to then use Autodesk. Thank you, Autodesk, for your support. And so Autodesk software, they use Tinkercad, where they're transferring what they're taking from paper into the software. Then they're going into learning about floor plans, elevations, roofing. Wow. They have to come up with it with a logo. They have to come up with a team name. Why did you pick this team name? They have to talk to us and tell us why they did this. They have to stand up. Each one of these teams have to do them as an individual, but then they also have to come back as a team, project management, to learn how to work together as a team.
Communication.
That's right. Absolutely. And so when they're doing and the thing that I love the most is when we would do the floor plans. I'm going to use the floor plans as an example. Even the babies would have to get up and do their floor plan. So they had to draw out a floor plan just like everyone else. And they would get up and they would have to tell us, explain your floor plan. And to see these little babies, this is my living room. This is my bedroom. This is my ball pit. Every living room had a ball pit for a 4-year-old, just FYI. And then they had stuffed animals on their bed, but they could describe what it was. They understood the lesson. They understood the concept of what we were doing. And then they have to do a prototype. The prototype is the exact same size as the house that they're building. So we need a prototype. Build a prototype. I want to see what you're getting ready to build. Wow. Once they build a prototype, then we go to the actual building process. It's a whole process. I had parents coming to me on Saturday, at class on Saturday, asking me, can we do this as an adult? Can we offer this class to the adults? Yes. It's like, seriously? Like,
we want to have fun too.
They want to come and build. But
the prototypes were done in cardboard, right?
That's right. That's right. Mm-hmm. So the cardboard, and you have to order, this is like special cardboard that you have to order from like Uline or Granger. Mm-hmm. And you can't just go to the store and pick it up because it's like life-size cardboard. Yeah. And so, they had to like sit there and build that prototype. And it's absolutely amazing when you see it.
And then from the prototype, what's next? To
the actual build. Wow. Once you do your prototype, now we have to take this prototype to life. Now it's time to really get busy. Now it's time for us to pull out the real tools, the pink drills, the little cute little pink drills you get. Now it's time to use
have
them. It. And them little hammers and them screwdrivers. It's time to go to work.
And I saw some photos. They were like pink hard hats.
Oh my goodness. Oh yes.
Pink construction
That's
vests.
right. You have to pink them out now. That's for sure. And we are so grateful for all of our amazing sponsors. I would like to definitely recognize you guys. Thank you, Corrigan. Thank you, Jacobs. Thank you, Autodesk. Thank you so much to Lowe's. Thank you so much to T-Mobile, to Credit Union of Texas. I mean, just all you guys. I mean, we're grateful. Thank you. Just want to do a quick little shout out to them.
And I want to talk about that a little bit because, you know, growing up in tech and even the corporate world,
yes,
we feel like sometimes we need to dress like a man and dress so professional and wear dark colors. And I came up through like one of the big 5 accounting firms, right? And it was very straight laced. There was a dress code, everything, and dark, somber colors. And to see those photos of the kids and like embracing femininity, embracing our love of tech, our love of architecture, construction, like talk about how you've kind of seen things change over the decades from like embracing our femininity at the same time being in tech and being in architecture and all those other STEAM industries.
So what I see now is that a lot of women are starting to realize who they are. They're starting to come into their own. They're starting to be the game changers and the rule breakers, you know, because sometimes you have to bend the rules in order to make a change. So when you like doing everything that is so norm and you're following the norm, you know, I'm probably like one of the biggest rule breakers probably out there, because I believe that everyone is different. Everyone is uniquely themselves, and no one should be fitting into a box. And so when you put people into a box, it doesn't allow them to bring out their creativity or really to understand where they can, you know, where you can use them in a way that will take your company to the next level. And so when you have women, because we're just naturally creative, we just are. And because we could think on both sides of our brain. No offense, men, but we think on both sides. We love you guys, but we think on both sides of our brains. And that's why we're able to be more analytical and we're more strategic on different things, because we can see things from different angles that a man traditionally would not be able to see. And so women are starting to really just express their voices and find their voices and, you know, really just, I mean, go for it. And technology, they're like, hey, look, this is what it is. And so you may not have to dress in the all black. Go for it. Come in there like how you want to come in there, but go in and get your job done, though.
And it reminds me of I think it was Fortune magazine when Sarah Blakely, who created Spanx.
That's right.
Shout out.
Yes, I'm honey. Yes. Game changer.
She, I think, hit $1 billion or something like that. And so they put her on the cover of Fortune. And she wrote in her Instagram how instead of wearing a suit, she wore a fuzzy pink sweater.
That's right.
On the cover of Fortune magazine.
That's right.
And I was like, go girl.
That's right. That's right. Yes, because you have to, in order for someone has to break the rules in order for anything to change. Because if you're not a person that is willing to take the chance, to be that one person to say, we're not doing it that way. We're going to do it this way, because this is going to be the better way for us to do this, so that you can adapt to the change. Because a lot of times we end up adapting to others when we need to be the rule breakers, and let's, you know, show them
to only what we've seen in the
only
past.
what we've seen in the past. And the thing is that sometimes you have to show people there are other ways to that you can really see things, and that things can actually still get done, but they may get done a little differently, but it's still going to get done, and it may make a more major impact. But you know, you have to take the chance.
And other ways to show up.
That's right.
Right, and be us.
That's right.
I want to pause real quick here and give a special shout out to one of our sponsors, CG Infinity. I've worked with them for several years now, and I can truly say that they have one of the best workplace cultures that I've ever experienced. And they specialize in a variety of industries, especially energy, utilities, and financial services. And they serve them through their Salesforce, cloud, as well as customer experience services. So thank you, CG Infinity, and I hope you'll support them as they have supported us here at the podcast. Now, I heard you name off all those sponsors and all those partners.
Yeah.
Kelly, it takes, and I know because I've organized events before, you brought together I think for that challenge, the city of Richardson.
Yes. City of Richardson and UTD.
Yes, UTD,
Yes,
University of Texas at Dallas, Techie Factory, all those businesses that you name. That is no small feat to bring all these different parts of a community together.
Yeah.
Tell us about struggles and successes of bringing all these different parts of community together.
So when originally when I had the vision that I wanted to, because we have the architecture program, but it was more on a smaller scale. It was where the girls would build like tabletop, homes or whatever, model homes. And so I wanted them to have a real, true architecture experience. And so originally I was reaching out to, I said, well, I know that first we have to find the people that support the vision, right? And so reaching out to the techie factories, getting with, UTD, Garth, thank you, Garth, with UTD, getting with the city of Richardson, and just really just trying to figure out, okay, this is what I would like to do. Garth has been such an amazing help with this whole thing, I'm telling you. And so I appreciate him for that. And also the city of Richardson and Steve over there at UTD as well. I mean, just like so many different people that were like helping me to bring this to life. Then we have to go back and we have to look for the sponsors. I had a lot of no's. I had a lot of, and the thing is, when you are in the trenches, you're going to have a lot of no's, and that's okay. That's okay. Just know, no does not mean no. It means not right now. Maybe it wasn't in their budget at the time or whatever. And maybe they have to, some people are, I don't want to call them followers, but they're the individuals that sometimes they have to see it first before they invest. And then you have some people that believe in your vision because they can see what you see, and they'll immediately invest in your vision. And so you have different people from different levels, right? And so so I had a lot of pushback on some people, and I was like, okay, that's okay. And you keep going. And so the right people will show up at the right time, and that's exactly what happened. And so you just have to keep going, and you have to keep asking, and you have to because I had a tough time, probably about a year, maybe 2 years ago, of asking for help. And so you remember that, and I said yes, and I said, you know what? If you do not ask, how are people going to know how to help you? If you don't tell them that you need help, they're not, they can just imagine like, oh, I wonder if she needs help. No, you ask them, this is what I need.
Well, so long we're taught that if you ask for help, it's a sign of weakness.
Yeah, yes.
What would you say to that now?
I would say not asking for help is like career suicide. You better ask for help. That's what I would say now. So you definitely, people want to help you, but you have to let them know what you need.
Yes.
Yeah.
And all those times that you heard no.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm sure in gathering all those things,
yes.
you heard no's. Doesn't self-doubt or fear creep in that it's not going to happen?
Oh, not at all.
Why
I already
not?
know it's going to happen.
Why not?
Because I believe in me. I already know it's going to happen because I've already put it in the universe. I done already said, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to do this for these girls. And once again, I know the right people are going to show up. So the no's never stop me. They actually encourage me. I'm like, yes, that means I'm so close to a yes. Thank you for your no. So I'll see you once you see how successful this program is. I will see you soon. Trust. And so I love that. That's like a fuel for me. I love no's.
Ah.
Yes.
Love that.
Yes, because you need the naysayers so that the sayers, that ones that say yes, can show the naysayers like, you probably should have been one of the ones on the bandwagon. Think of all the people that Amazon, who would have thought Amazon would have been as big as it was?
Yes. Nobody.
How many people
I don't
do you think
Jeff Bezos
Oh, I don't
would
even
be
think either. But I'm telling you, how many people do you think said no to this? This sounds crazy. How many times do you think people said no to Starbucks? I'm not paying $5 and $6 for coffee.
Right.
That's insane.
Right.
So you need the no's. It's okay.
You mentioned one of your big partners, UTD, and there's a man, Gaurav?
Yes.
Did I pronounce that right?
Yes, you did.
Gaurav Shakar, Director of UTD Graduate Data Science Program.
Yes.
He has a really great quote that I want to explore.
Oh, yes.
he says there's a saying that when you educate a girl, you educate 7 generations.
Yes.
And so he thinks that the ability that they develop through programs like Women Leading Technology and this architecture challenge, it goes beyond several generations and groups of people. What do you think he means by that?
So, believe it or not, women are the backbone of a family. Even though men go out, and you guys are huge supporters, trust, nothing against that. But women are the backbone of the family. And if you can strengthen a woman and give her the tools to really go out there and just make a difference, it does. It actually will help other generations behind her. It will help the children, because the women are the ones that make the children strong. The woman has to be the strength behind the family.
Kelly, I want to switch gears real quick and talk about leadership. Right? You need a leader to be driving all this. What would be 3 leadership tips you have for other people that are interested in building a culture and network and community to nurture other technology professionals?
The first thing, you have to understand what your true why is. A lot of times individuals they think they know, but your why is actually your passion. So if you have a mission that you are, or a vision that you have, that you want your team, the right team to work with, you have to make sure that you're clear on what it is that your mission and vision is and what your why is, because people have to buy into what you're doing in order to believe in what you're doing.
100%.
Secondly, you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in you.
Because sometimes that's the hardest part.
It is. You have to believe in you. I tell people all the time, I feel that I can do anything that I put my mind to. There is no limitations to what I can do. I really, truly believe that. But I believe that because I love me some me. I love me, like real bad, Benny. Like I love me. And you have to love yourself in order for you to be able to pour even into others. Because a leader, you have to be able to pour into others, right? 100%. You have to be able to pour into them, but they have to believe in your vision. They have to believe in you. They have to believe in what the mission is and the vision is. So that's one thing. Another thing, believe in yourself. And then basically have clear action plans.
Make it happen.
Make it happen. I mean, and be a motivator. Motivate them. I'm telling you, you have to be a person that get in the trenches. You cannot be a dictator. You have to be a person that is hands-on with I get out there with those babies on the ground, in my knee pads and everything else. Bad back and all, I'm getting up. But I'm telling you, but I'm out there in the trenches. I don't just talk about stuff. I be about it. And that's what you have to be. You have to not talk. Talk is cheap. You got to show up.
What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind, Kelly?
Oh, I love it. I love that question. So my legacy is that we're going to be as big as the Girl Scouts, because we're going to be worldwide. But we're going to leave a legacy like Mary Kay. We're going to be remembered forever. So when you see this sign, you're going to remember us forever.
Get a close-up shot of that necklace.
Just like the pink Cadillac. When you see a pink Cadillac, what's the first thing you think of?
Mary Kay.
That's right. So when you see this logo, what's the first thing you're going to think of?
Women Leading Technology.
Bingo. Bingo. That's right.
So on that note, thank you everyone for tuning into our podcast and YouTube show. And for those of you that are watching us on YouTube, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell to the Tech Legacies YouTube channel. And at the same time, make sure you subscribe to our podcast as well. Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you for having
so
me.
much.
That's awesome. Thank you for having me. I'm grateful.
At Tech Legacies, we're all about helping technology professionals grow and succeed in their careers by sharing the advice of top technology executives. If you're looking to take your career to the next level and become a technology executive yourself, we have an exciting program to tell you about. It's called the Tech CXO Excellence Program by Tech CXO Launch Pad, and they are our partners. They're offering an immersive, multimodal program developed and taught by current and former CIOs and CTOs who are passionate about building the next generation of C-suite technology executives. And you'll experience a full immersion into the C-suite world and also get to collaborate, network, and experience capstone-style projects with other professionals. And this is all while benefiting from face-to-face interactions in person with industry guest speakers. It is exclusively for a new level of C-suite executives and C-level direct reports and second directs who are earmarked for succession planning and career growth. To join their waitlist, register your interest at www.techcxolaunchpad.com. That's techcxolaunchpad.com. This program has everything you need to take your career to the next level.